So let's just talk about this episode, the final episode of Dragon Ball Super. It was cliched, but it was such a good episode. Not gonna lie, it was a very good episode for an final episode. Yes, it was a superb episode for Dragon Ball Super's final episode. Now the episode starts off where it left off. Basically, everybody like fighting against Jiren. Goku is like all down. Frieza and 17 are fighting about to fight the fight against Jiren. So Frieza, like Frieza and Jiren are on equal terms because Jiren has kind of got like a power down because of all the damage Goku has inflicted on him. But 17 on the other hand, he's like, oh my god, these guys, they are monsters. I can't handle these guys. Like you can clearly see he's like, no, no, clearly says that 17 is not capable of handling even a low power Jiren. There you go. But we could clearly see that Frieza and Jiren, they're fighting like they were on equal terms while they were fighting because of Jiren's power down, because obviously he was quite injured, he was quite exhausted, so it makes sense that he had a power down. So we could clearly see that, and this fight continues on until like Frieza pushes Jiren to the edge, and basically Jiren is all like he has lost hope and everything. And I really couldn't believe this, but Topo actually plays a big role in motivating Jiren, and it's just I really couldn't believe this because Topo has not done anything in the tournament, so at least that's one thing that could go with him in this whole series. At least I can appreciate him doing that, because throughout the whole like tournament of power arc, Topo has been a pretty useless character, to be honest. I think so the manga does a way better job of utilizing Topo than the anime, and I'll give credit for that. The manga is doing a way better job of utilizing Topo than the anime, and it can just see that at least he gets something while going the while they're taking a break, while they're going a hiatus. So you could clearly see that Topo pretty much is big motivate Jiren, and Jiren, yo, Jiren goes full power and uses some, that Blast uses. So like the flame and everything, the red flame, the red aura. Frieza backs off because he senses danger straight away. He backs off, and Jiren uses some kind of shield attack to like attack them. Like how Android Sentin's shield barriers. By Android Sentin's shield barrier, I remember something. So before Frieza tried to kill off Jiren, knock off Jiren, he basically Android 17. What he does is he like spears Jiren. He like legit spears Jiren and like takes a full shield, like brings up a full shield and blasts off Jiren in that whole shield, injured himself in process along with Jiren, who just goes like block. That's basically what it goes. He basically spits out a lot of spit. That doesn't make any sense. You should spit out blood, but just forget about it. Dragon Ball Super doesn't contain blood. Yeah, just forget about it. You'll never find blood in Dragon Ball Super. I don't know why, because it's definitely a 12 plus show. So it's just like, why wouldn't you put a blood in Dragon Ball Super if you can show so much so much action and violence? So well, whatever. I just like the classic Dragon Ball blood style. So all that happens, and Goku gets up on his feet and protects, comes back to the battlefield, uses his power too, along with Frieza and Android 17, who are trying to push back the barrier that Jiren created. And Goku says to 17 that you better be the backup, and me and Frieza will go all in against Jiren. And Yo, what a great fight! What a great fight between Goku, Jiren, and Frieza. Yo, yo. So Frieza asks Goku, "Will you resurrect me?" And Goku's like, "As long as you keep the promise, I will resurrect you." And I was like, yo, is Frieza becoming a Z fighter? Is Frieza becoming a Z fighter? I was really like, yo, what? Is Frieza gonna be a Z fighter soon? But um, and then we could see Goku and Frieza. They're kind of teaming up with each other. Like, yo, their teaming up was so good. Like, I just can't like, yo, that team up was so good. Like, yo, whew, what a team up! Like Goku, Frieza. Who would have ever expected at the start of Dragon Ball Z, like when Frieza was introduced for the first time? Who would have ever expected Frieza to be teaming up with Goku right now? Like, yo, we all knew what kind of menacing creature Frieza is, and today, right now, in this episode, Frieza teaming up with Goku in the final episode of Dragon Ball Super before it goes on hiatus. Yo, yo, I love it. I love the team up. Like, yo, oh, I love the team up. I love the team up. Like, and especially when Goku, like, uh, he just picks off Frieza. Like, he just picks on Frieza. Like, pushes Frieza to his Jiren, and Frieza uses his Nova barrier against Jiren. Like, yo, I was like, yo. And then you could see that Goku and Frieza are like using Nova barrier together. Like, Goku uses it in his Super Saiyan form, and Frieza in his normal form using that Nova barrier that you use. That pretty much was like, ooh. And they knock off Jiren. That's pretty much what happens in the whole fight. Goku and Frieza knock off Jiren along with them. And the last remaining fighter was Android 17. Now this kind of surprised me because I didn't expect Android 17 out of all the people to be out there. Like, I was expecting either Frieza to make a menacing wish. It could have been Goku or Jiren. That's what everybody was expecting. Nobody expected Android 17 to be in the battlefield until the last moment. Nobody even took the possibility of Android 7. At the start of Tournament of Power, nobody even thought that Android 17 would be in the top 3 out of all, or win the tournament at least. Like nobody had ever thought about that. I didn't even think he would have made it till top 5, to be honest. I didn't actually, because I was thinking Piccolo would have made it to top 5 instead of Android 17, because Piccolo has shown his intelligence and feats that make him like go to top 5 of the fighters. But I didn't expect Android 17 to do so well, and truly he is the MVP of the tournament. I'll give that to him. I'll give that every day to him. He is really the MVP of the tournament. He fought against Jiren. He fought against he fought against, who did he fight? He took care of Universe 4. He took care of Aniraza. He really was somebody. He was altogether an awesome personality. So he pretty much makes the wish that all the universes come back, just like we expected. Very cliche, I know. Very typical Dragon Ball Z type cliche. And it pretty much was quite like, yeah. We expected that all the universes were gonna come. Either all the universes were gonna come back, or Frieza was gonna do something menacing. Something like that was gonna happen. So we also see now. Now I know this will definitely happen. Goku vs Jiren rematch will definitely happen in the next series that will come up. Cause Goku, he's like, I want to see you again, Jiren, and Jiren gets erased. So you could clearly see that this is gonna happen. Even in the end, Jiren was like, I will win. Topo was actually telling that we will win against them. So I really hope that Jiren gets a rematch with Goku in the next series. I highly doubt it, but I am gonna say that this is gonna be fun. Now, let's talk about the ending. The ending. Goku got Girl Instinct, and I'm so happy, because At least it was an accident. So Goku can't go Ultra Instinct on his own. So there we go, everybody. Mastered Ultra Instinct or Ultra Instinct, Goku can't go. Even incomplete the Omen Ultra Instinct, or people call it. Goku can't go into that form anymore. So I'm pretty happy because Vegeta and Goku. We could see Frieza also like good. Oh, the Emperor of the Universe has returned. I was like, yo, is Frieza gonna be again a villain? Cause no, I'm kind of bored to see Frieza villain over and over again. And I know I love seeing Frieza be in his evil way, but it just gets boring once you have the same villain over and over again. I would like him to see as an anti-villain. That's basically what I would love to see out of him. So if he's an anti-villain, it's kind of fun to see him do some shit. Like at one time he's a villain, and at the same time he's helping the heroes at time to time. And it'll be fun. And an anti-villain is always a fun character to have. So it'll be kind of fun to see if Frieza gets in the role of the anti-villain. I don't want him to be a Z fighter again. I'm talking about him being an anti-villain. So it's something I would love to see Frieza be. But let's also talk about the ending. Goku and Vegeta. You remember something? This kind of reminds you of something, doesn't it? When Goku and Vegeta are fighting against each other in the end. This reminds you of something, doesn't it? Dragon Ball Z. First time Goku and Vegeta meet. Do you remember the poses they give? These are the same poses that the first time Goku and Vegeta fought against gave. It was such a bring back. It was such a memory bring back. Like, yo, whoa. And also, it is confirmed that it will be in hiatus because the narrator, he basically says that they'll be off for a brief time. So basically, I would say it would either be in 2019 that it would come up, or 2020. So we'll take a 1 year break from now on, or either they'll take a 2 year break from now on for Dragon Ball Super. So it was a fun series. I'm not gonna lie, Dragon Ball Super a whole, it was a fun series. This episode, the final episode, is a typical Dragon Ball conclusion. So I will say that this episode is a 10 out of 10 for me, just because it's a typical Dragon Ball conclusion, and I really like the typical Dragon Ball conclusion. So that's why this episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. I know there were flaws. in this episode. It looked clean. Not gonna lie, the animation and everything looked clean because obviously it was Team Takahashi who was working on it. So obviously the animation would look clean, but again there were some flaws. I found it cliche, but I will give it 10 out of 10 because this is a typical Dragon Ball ending, and it's coming back. This is just a short break until the movie comes. And even when they said that they will be going to Oob route, because they said that Dragon Ball Super will be going to the Oob route, I think so. Oob will be introduced in the next series, at the start of the next series, I would say. Yeah, I'm saying that at the start of the next series. I don't think so Goku and Oob training will be a thing. I think so. I mean, it will be a thing, but not like we expected from Dragon Ball Z. I think so this will be a little different ending than what we see in Dragon Ball Z. It'll be a little different thing. But I expect Oob to show up in the next Dragon Ball series at the start, or at least at the mid, because I don't want to see him in the ending of the next series. It'll be like, yeah, really? But again, it was a great show. It was all over a good show, I would say. It wasn't it was fun to watch. It wasn't anything exceptional or anything like Dragon Ball Z standards. It wasn't like that, but it was a good show to watch all over. It was a fun show to watch. Sometimes the logical sense didn't make sense, but if you turn off your mind and watch the show, nothing goes wrong. But yeah, all over, it was a great show. Awesome. I would say this show was overall 7.5 for me out of 10, because overall it was a good show, but in the end, logically speaking, the show sometimes didn't make sense. Sometimes it gave you information, sometimes it was like never gave you information about what's the stuff. And again, that's why I say the manga portrayals Dragon Ball Super to be better, because all over. The manga has been a superb series, and the manga continues. Okay, the manga is gonna continue until like they reach the end of the tournament. I'm pretty sure by the end of the movie, we will become the manga will complete the tournament of Power Arc, and I can't wait until they complete the tournament of Power Arc in manga, because I'm pretty sure we would see something different in the manga, because the manga has already done a way better job portraying itself in the tournament of power. It's shown itself to battle royale, which this is my only one complaint from tournament of power arc, because I turned on my memory for any other complaints I have. I have a huge list of complaints for tournament of power arc, but this is my only complaint for tournament of power arc. Like, if this was a battle royale, why am I watching one-on-one typical Dragon Ball? Because the manga does a way better job. They show people fighting each other. They actually show people knocking each other off. So it was like, why do we even like have this character development? Because people don't really care about these characters. Like, you really would care to watch Dr. Rota show up his special powers, or you even the Yared, Gohan in hard time. Like, yes, I would love to watch Frost. I would love to watch the Trio of Danger, because they're like the main center of universes for their own universe. So I would love to watch them. But you would really love to watch Butamo kick ass, or even Mageda do some kind of bullshit. Like, I don't think so. People would love to watch those kind of fights. Rather, they would like to see something interesting, like Frost against Frieza, like it actually happened. And I like, let's say, for example, Hit versus Vegeta, something like that. People love to watch something like that. Or Kale and Cauliflowers and Goku, Vegeta, or Gohan, or Frieza, something like that. People would love to watch something like that, and that's why I say that this tournament was lacking in a lot of material that they could utilize. They could have utilized in a lot of way, but which manga does a way better job in utilizing the material they have. They have the characters, they have the people, and they utilize it much better than the anime. And that's why the Tournament Power arc was kinda, even the last 10 episodes, 10 odd episodes were pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, since Jiren was the main focus for the last like 10 episodes, Jiren and Toppo were the main focus. So, not gonna lie, like the Pride Trooper was the main focus and stuff, and in those 10 episodes, I was kind of impressed, not gonna lie. But in the end, the Tournament of Power arc wasn't that special for me. I still see that Goku versus Hit, the Universal Tournament arc was the best arc in Dragon Ball Super, because the way it was portrayed, because I feel like that was more polished than the Black arc, or even though it was a short arc, that was more polished than the Black arc or the Tournament of Power arc. But in the end, a great show. In the end, I will always say that Dragon Ball Z, it's a show I used to watch in my childhood, and even now I watch it, and I will continue watching it until at the end of the time, because I love Dragon Ball, because I grew up watching Dragon Ball. I grew up watching Bleach, Naruto, and stuff. But not Naruto. I would say Naruto. I've recently got into it, but I watched glimpses of Naruto as a kid. But I watched Dragon Ball and Bleach as my childhood. Like, those were some of the best series I watched in my childhood. Like, those were something. Even One Piece, I haven't watched it in my childhood. I've caught up to it now. So it's like, you can understand that Dragon Ball, in the end, Dragon Ball will be Dragon Ball. Nobody can change that. Just, yeah, bad plot armor. But anyways, what do you think? I scaled this episode to be a 10 out of 10 because it's a typical Dragon Ball ending, and also the series to be 7.5 out of 10. Let me know where you scale this episode and the series all over, because I can't wait for the next series. I know they're coming back with the series, because Akira Toriyama definitely say that he had plans for future, and I definitely want to watch what plans he has for future. So yeah, this is the end of the series for the time being until it comes back. Obviously, everybody will be hyped for the movie now. Let me know if you're hyped for the movie down in the comments below. Don't forget to like as I do more content, and daily content, to be honest. Don't forget to subscribe as I do more anime and gaming content. And I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.